Good morning, guys. Topic for this video today is going to be called Guard Your Attention. Our attention is constantly taken from us every second of the day, whether it's a notification, a DM, a text, a call, something happening outside in our environment. Our attention is constantly dragged away from what we're doing. And we live in a society today where we are trying to multitask, quadruple task, not just multitask, quadruple task. We're doing our homework while we're checking our phone, while we're on our laptop. We've got a million things going on nowadays. We need to really protect our energy and guard our energy by guarding our attention. Our attention is one of our most valuable resources as men. And this is why we cannot be giving out our attention so easily. We have to be smart about this. We have to make sure that we're being selective with what we put our attention towards, okay? Because if you're putting all your attention towards Instagram, Twitter, scrolling on these social media sites, and you're just giving away your attention all day, every day, you're going to have literally no energy because these things are going to be draining your energy. So you need to guard your attention so you can guard your energy. And what I mean by this is use your attention towards things that increase your energy, not necessarily drain you of them, right? Like arguments with other people drain your energy, right? Spending all this time on social media drains your energy. Making sure that we guard our energy is super crucial to being happy and being successful with women, because you're not going to be focused on all these different things. You're going to be focused on one thing, which is the woman, right? And yourself and the woman. So, the smartest women I know, they guard their attention, and it's because they know how important it is, and we can't just give out our attention so freely. We have to put a price on our attention. And when we're putting a price on our attention, we're guarding our energy. Only using our energy for things that benefit us, right? Super important, gentlemen. We need to make sure that in this world of multiple distractions, that we're at our A game and we're doing the best we can. If we're giving out our attention freely, we are going to have literally no energy. We're going to be drained of our energy. And this is something we need to take care of. Like I said, the smartest women I know, they guard their attention because they're guarding their energy, right? Women are emotional beings, and when they're guarding their attention, they know it's because it's very valuable resource, right? Our attention is a valuable resource, and it needs to be being put towards things that help us grow and help us in our life, not useless things like Instagram and Twitter, right? That endless scrolling and stuff. That's unacceptable. We can't just be giving our energy out like that and then we have none left for things we want to do. We're going to have no energy left if we're giving out our attention left and right and everywhere at all times. So we definitely need to make sure we're putting our attention towards things that help us improve, help us grow, and aren't a waste, which a lot of us are doing, okay? We're going to go play video games for 5 hours. That's such a waste of attention. I know a lot of you guys love video games, or some of you guys love video games. I, myself, think video games are a waste of time because I have a lot of other things going on. And playing a video game, I'm not going to grow from that video game. It's not going to really do anything to help my self-improvement. It's just a waste of time, basically, because you don't get anything for playing a video game except the fun. Like, it's fun, I guess, but you don't get anything from it. So it's basically a waste of time. And I know I'm probably going to get flack for this, but because even my cousins, they like video games, but like you could play it for your leisure time, but don't keep putting all your attention towards it, because then you're going to have no attention left to give if you're just playing video games 24/7, right? So it's okay in increments, but if it's not that important in your self-improvement journey. And if we're going to be guarding our attention, we got to use our attention for things that help us grow, not just things that help excite us and are fun, right? And a lot of times we're going to be put in a situation where someone's going to try to take our energy, take our attention. And these people are energy vampires. They will suck the life out of you, suck the energy out of you if you let them. So you've got to guard your energy and make sure you're guarding who you give your attention to. Because if you give it to the wrong people, you're going to be in for trouble every single time. This is a new concept that I've just realized that we need to be protecting our attention and not giving it out so freely so that it can drain us of our energy, right? Because if we're putting it everywhere but what we need to put it on, it's going to drain us of our energy and drain the attention that we do have. Our attention span nowadays is like the worst it's ever been because of the society we live in, where everything's at the palm of our finger, everything's at the tip of a finger. Everything's so convenient to us and accessible to us that we don't realize how much of an impact it's having on our attention span. And it's a huge one. You can probably tell that you're not able to pay attention. It's because of the society we live in. And I'm making this video so we can start to protect our energy by choosing what we put our attention towards. This is very critical because if you're going to have a harder time with women if all your attention is going towards your Instagram and video games and everyone else's approval on social media. But if your attention's going towards growing, exercising, your purpose, you're going to be so much more successful, so much more confident with women. When you choose to not give out your attention freely, women are going to notice this. They're going to notice this because they think guys' attention nowadays is worthless because they're getting 40 messages on Snapchat, 30 on Instagram, 20 on TikTok, all from guys trying to get in their pants. So they have all these guys giving out attention freely, right? And when you distinguish yourself and you're like, no, I need to use my attention towards myself and protect it, they're going to be able to notice because they're going to be like, why is this guy not paying any attention to me when all these other guys are? We just need to make sure we're aware of this because nowadays it is constantly taken from us at all hours, every part of the day. A notification on our phone, multiple notifications on our phone. You immediately drop what you're doing and check your phone. This is what we should not be doing. We need to have some self-control when it comes to this. And if we get a notification on our phone, put it away. Put the phone away and come back to it later. Don't be pulled away from what you're doing immediately. Even the little notifications on your Apple Watch or your smartwatch, right? I would recommend turning off all notifications from your phone. I just was reading this book, Limitless by Jim Quick, and he was discussing how we need to turn off all notifications from our phones, from our watches, so we're able to get back into the habit of just focusing on one task at a time. And this is like unheard of nowadays. So I really want you guys to think about this because if you're able to turn off all the notifications from your phone, I haven't, but I want to do it, but it's going to really guard your attention because you're going to be able to keep your trains of thought. You're going to be able to think clearly without being pulled off your task multiple times a day. Say you get 3 notifications at 3 different times, right? Now, you've just been pulled away from what you're doing 3 times. Now, what if you get a couple texts at different times? Now you're getting pulled away from what you're doing again. And now, let's say you get 4 different calls at different times. Okay, so now it's like 9 different times you've been pulled away from what you're doing and just given your attention up. And you were focusing on one thing, now you're focused on a bunch of other things. And you lost like your train of thought, obviously, because you're on to different things now. You're thinking about the notifications, you're thinking about the text, and you're thinking about the people who've called you. So when we're turning off our notifications, we're going to be able to focus a lot better on one task at a time. And this is how the human brain was made, to focus on one task at a time. Even though people do multitask, you're going to be a lot more successful in life if you're able to focus on one task at a time. Then once that task is finished, you do another task. Then once that task is finished, etc. So, super brilliant idea here of turning off your notifications so you're able to not be pulled off what you're doing multiple times a day. And we don't realize it. We don't realize it nowadays, but it's bad. We're being pulled off constantly of what we're doing. I just mentioned it. So we're going to have to start guarding our attention in order to guard our energy. And you guys are going to get such huge results from this because when you start putting your attention towards things that actually matter instead of notifications that don't matter at all or texts that don't matter at all, that can totally wait. They can totally wait. You're like addicted to your phone. We're all addicted to our phones, right? So you check it immediately, but this is what we shouldn't be doing. Self-control is a huge, huge thing we need to remember. Because if we have self-control, we're going to be able to control our attention, who gets it and who doesn't get it, right? This is going to help you guys be a lot more successful with women, because when you're not putting your attention towards things that don't matter, you're able to focus on and put that attention towards things that do matter, which are you, your growth, your journey. And if it's a woman that you want to get to know or something, you're going to be able to give that 100% and not be like, have a bunch of other things going on, and then you're like putting her off or putting yourself off because you got all these distractions distracting you constantly. Really important concept. I really want you guys to watch these videos that I make the whole length so you're able to really grasp these concepts I'm putting out for you, and you're going to be successful. This is a concept that I just learned. It's going to help extensively because you're going to be putting your time, your energy, your focus towards things that matter instead of Instagram feed, Facebook feed, you know what I mean? So let's focus on that, gentlemen. This is going to really help you self-improve, and this is going to help in all areas of your life, with women, with your life, with your personal growth, because you're going to be focusing on things that matter instead of things that don't matter at all, like useless notifications, right? Put a price on your time, gentlemen. Put a price on your time, because you are valuable. Your time is valuable. And a lot of these women, like I said earlier in the video, are getting 20 messages on one platform, then 20 more on another platform, then 30 more on another platform. Women think men's attention is useless, but prove them wrong, okay? Your attention isn't useless. Your attention is focused on you and yourself and growing, and your attention actually has value. And you can display this just by body language. When you put a price on your time, women will notice. Women are going to notice that you're being selective with what you focus on, and they're going to know immediately what that means, that you are all business. Like, you're focused on yourself. You're not worried about your Instagram notification. You're not worried about what Johnny said on Twitter. You're not worried what Debbie said on Facebook or the new post that Debbie put on there. You know what I mean? You're going to be focused on yourself, your growth, and your journey to improving. And this is going to literally be huge. It's going to be huge, because the minute you start taking your energy and guarding it and protecting who gets it, who gets your attention, this is the minute you guys are going to excel in life, okay? You're going to excel. Your progress is going to skyrocket because you're not giving away your precious, valuable attention like every other guy is doing. I love you guys. I want the best for you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I only have so much more brilliant content coming out for you. This content is so important that you listen and actually comprehend it so you're able to get what I'm putting out there for you. Remember, be grateful for the little things. So important to be grateful for the little things in life. A lot of us take for granted what's in our life, and we take for granted the little things, but we need to remember to be grateful. It's so important. All right, so I want you to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll have another video coming out for you soon. Remember, focus on yourself. All right. Love you guys.